Hello, second grade. It's Miss Sublet, and I'm here today to bring you the fourth lesson on second steps. And today is a very, very important lesson because it teaches us how to have helpful thoughts, okay, and how to change your thought in order to make it easier for you to meet your goals or learn a new task. But first, like always, we are going to do our brain builder activity. So I will be right back.
You've been practicing the game Memory Movements, and now you're ready to move to level 4. Way to go. You're going to watch me do a series of actions. When I'm done, you'll hear me say the word think. That's your cue to repeat to yourself what I said and picture those actions in your head. Then, when I say go, you'll do the actions I did, but backward. It's time to play. Watch me first. Touch toes. Wiggle fingers. Lift knees. Watch again. Touch toes. Wiggle fingers. Lift knees. Think. Go. You should have lifted your knees, wiggled your fingers, then touched your toes. Practice again. Watch me. Touch ears. Clap twice. Turn around. Watch one more time. Touch ears. Clap twice. Turn around. Think. Go. That time, the moves backward were turn around, clap twice, touch your ears. Here's the next one. Watch me. Bend knees. Tap head. Hands on hips. Clap. Watch again. Bend knees. Tap head. Hands on hips. Clap. Think. Go. Did you clap? Put your hands on your hips. Tap your head. Then bend your knees. Congratulations.
Okay, so that was a very good brain builder. I hope you guys are learning muscle memory and being able to follow those directions. So, last time we met, here, let me go on to the next so we're not looking at a black screen. All right, so last time we met, we talked about helpful and unhelpful thoughts. Helpful thoughts can help us keep going when you're practicing and learning something new. Unhelpful thoughts can hold us back or keep us from trying harder. Okay. We don't want our unhelpful thoughts to keep us from practicing and learning. So today we're going to learn what we can do when we have an unhelpful thought. All right. So it's one thing knowing what an unhelpful thought is, but it's a whole nother thing to learn what to do when you are having an unhelpful thought. So let's move on. So, this is Abdi. Okay. And he is learning to spell a new vocabulary word. And he's having a hard time. Okay. Sometimes learning new words it's very hard. You all are learning new sight words every day. And sometimes words don't sound like they're supposed to be spelled, right? So sometimes it could be very hard. He's been making a few mistakes and thinks an unhelpful thought. I can't do this. All right. So that is a very unhelpful thought. He's saying to himself, I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm never going to be able to do it. Okay. Abdi's unhelpful thought could keep him from practicing and learning more. All right. But that doesn't have to happen. Let's see what he does next. Okay. So, why do you think that just one time saying, I can't do this, would keep him from learning other things, right? Why? Well, because if you think it one time, it becomes a lot easier for you to continue to think those unhelpful thoughts over and over and over and over again. Okay. So we need to realize what we're doing in the moment so we can stop those unhealthy, unhelpful thoughts in their tracks. Okay. So let's see what happens next. All right. Abdi pays attention to what he is thinking. Okay, so now he's paying attention to what he is saying inside his head. Hey, my thoughts are not helping me, he says to himself. He knows that unhelpful thoughts could keep him from trying. All right. He decides to do something important. He's going to turn his unhelpful thought into a helpful thought. I wonder how he's going to do that. How do you turn a bad thought into a good thought? Well, let's see. Abdi adds to the phrase, I can't do this. He adds the word yet, okay, to his unhelpful thought and makes a new thought. I can't do this yet. Adding the word yet reminds Abdi that he will be good at whatever he's learning after he practices and works hard. Okay? Because just like Miss Sublett tells you all the time, probably in every single video that you've watched of mine, nobody is great at anything right off the bat, right? Nobody is good at something right the first time they try it. Okay? If they are, that is their God-given talent, and we can't take that away from them, right? But most everyone has to practice and work hard at something before they are good at it, okay? And spelling is 100% one of those things. Nobody can spell a word from birth, okay? Everybody has to learn their ABCs, has to learn their letter sounds, have to learn how things go together, have to learn their letter blends and all kinds of stuff to be able to read and spell and get very good at it. Okay. So let's see another example of how we can change our unhealthy thought. All right. So this poor little sad thing, this is Tanya, and Tanya is learning how to do a cartwheel. It's really hard, and she keeps making mistakes. She has an unhelpful thought of this is too hard. Okay. Like Abdi, Tanya notices her thoughts aren't helping her. But instead of adding yet, like Abdi, she does something different. She completely replaces her unhelpful thought with a helpful thought. This is hard right now, okay? Tanya tells herself, but I keep practicing. I will get better. So Tanya didn't just add a word. She completely added a new phrase. So she said, this is hard right now. Okay, this is going to be hard right now. I don't know anybody that can do a cartwheel right the first time they try. Still cannot do a cartwheel. Okay. When I was little, I used to try and try and try. I just decided that I was too long and scrawny to do cartwheels. But if I would have kept trying and kept practicing and used helpful thoughts, I probably could have gotten it. Okay. So Tanya says, this is hard right now, but if I keep practicing, I'll get better. And that is a very helpful thought. She could also say phrases like, I can do it, I'm still learning, and I've got this. Those are all helpful thoughts. So now we have seen two ways to replace an unhelpful thought. Think of a helpful thought like Tanya, or add the word yet like Abdai. Keep those in mind, okay? So the next time you're sitting in class and you're writing your spelling words, or you're trying to learn fractions, or I guess first graders don't do fractions, but maybe adding and subtracting, and you think to yourself, this is too hard. I want you to say, this is too hard right now. All right. If you say, I can't do this, I want you to say, I can't do this yet, and see how well it helps your mind to be able to continue trying. All right. So let's learn about one more kiddo struggling. So this is Mel. All right. Mel is learning to do a crisscross jump with her jump rope, but she's having a hard time. Okay. She thinks to herself, I'm no good at this. All right. Um, Not to change the subject off Mel, but Miss Sublett had this just a couple days ago, okay? Because for Christmas, I got a Cricut machine. I don't know if you all know what that is, but it's a machine that makes shirts like this, okay? And I was so frustrated. Like, I literally almost cried because every shirt I try to make, the shiny part, like the vinyl, it would not stick to the shirt. And I just told myself, I'm not good at this. I didn't even want this. I don't like this. Why am I even trying this? I don't need to make shirts. I can just buy shirts at the store, order them off Amazon. And then my thoughts just kept going and going. And before you know it, I gave up. I was like, I'm not doing this. But then I was like, okay, let's reevaluate the situation. Let's look over what we're doing, okay? What am I doing and what is wrong? So I told myself, okay, Sarah, that's my first name. Okay, Sarah, you got this. You can do this. You need to figure out what's wrong. Maybe it's not something you're doing. Maybe it's something functionally wrong with what you're doing. Anyway, make a long story short, I figured out what I was doing wrong. And now I can make shirts and they come off like that. I can peel the vinyl off and it sticks. Everything's great. So keep trying, okay? Even if you're saying to yourself, I'm not good at this, figure it out. What's making you not good at it, okay? Anyway, let's go back to Mel. All right. So, I want you to work with your partner to come up with a helpful thought Mel could say to herself instead of, I'm not good at this. You can think of ideas that would help you if you were in that situation. Okay. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. If your teacher would like to pause the video, she can. Also, it is asking us to make a list of the ideas. Some of those could be, I've got this. I can keep trying. I'm no good at this, but I'm going to keep trying, things like that, okay? So if your teacher would like to pause the video, she could do that now. All right, if your teacher paused the video, great. If not, we will keep going. All right, so some of the things that Mel could say to herself, you can go over your list if you made a list. If not, she could say things like, I've got this, I can keep trying, I'm going to work hard, I'm not good at this yet, just like Abdai did. Or she could change her thought process, just like Tanya, and she could say, I'm no good at this right now, just like Tanya did. I'm going to continue to work hard so I'll get better. And all of these ideas can work for you. Okay. I don't want you all to have unhealthy, unhelpful thoughts. I want you all to turn those thoughts into something good. Okay. Remember, anytime you have an unhelpful thought, try to think back at Abdai, Tanya, and Mel, okay, and say to yourself these things instead. We keep adding ideas that you can say to yourself. And I want you to help your friends do this too. All right. So if you see your friends are having some unhealthy thoughts, you can remind them about Tanya and Abdi and Mel and say, hey, try to have some helpful thoughts instead. All right. That is all I have. I love you guys very, very much. And I will see you for lesson 5 next month. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.